Today I'm going to talk to you about the Cold Steel Trailhawk Tomahawk. This is an excellent tool to have for a survival camping bug out bag. It's different than the other Cold Steel Tomahawks, and it's got a different physical feature or characteristic to it that I'll go over in a second. It's not my preferred Tomahawk. I prefer the Frontier Hawk over the Trailhawk, but it is an excellent Tomahawk, and it's one I pretty much use for 99% of my cutting or wood chopping, small wood chopping task. You don't want to go try to cut down a redwood tree with one of these. It'd take forever and wouldn't be very practical. But one thing I like about the Trailhawk is it's very lightweight, considering it's a Tomahawk. It is a heavy weapon, but it's not a heavy tool. But it is lighter in weight than you compare it to the a rifleman's hawk or bigger camp hatchets and stuff. So it is an excellent weight. It also balances very well. As you notice, it's got more of a hammer attachment here in the back that works good for pounding stakes and for your tent and for other small things. Also breaking up large clumps of dirt or wood around your campsite. And it's a very good thing to have. You can accomplish pretty much the same thing by just hitting the side of your Tomahawk on anything you want to bust up to, but it's nice to have this on there. It helps balance it too for throwing, which I'll post in another video here in a little bit. But I want to give you some of the potential here of the Tomahawk for chopping wood. What I have over here is I have basically an old cedar root that I dug out of my yard. With this, I used it in the ground and pried it up and everything. And cedar is a pretty tough wood. The drier it gets too, it seems the inside stays moist and tough as shoe leather. So it's pretty tough stuff. But what I want to do is just show you some of the cutting potential of this. I'm not going to be able to cut all the way through this because I'm trying to balance with one hand and hit with the other. But just to give you an example, you can really get in there and get some big chunks of wood to come out with just a few hits. Now the good thing about this one is when I was digging it out of the ground, you could cut some of the roots that were hooking it together, or that were anchoring it to the ground, and then you could take the hammer part and smack the side of it to get it loosened up and break it off finally, which is a good thing I could do. Another good way you can use the Tomahawk is if you've got small wood or kindling that you want to make into kindling, or smaller wood for the fire. You can take it and just pretty much chop it in half just like that. Sometimes when you've got sticks and stuff that are small like that, where you don't have to use the saw end, you can use the hammer end and pretty much crunch them up into smaller pieces like that. Your bigger wood logs and stuff, and this is an old dried out one, especially if it's really dry, you can use the hammer end and really pound away and chop wood in half, or you can use the saw end or the blade end and go. One of the good things about Tomahawk is it's so versatile. You can use it for just about anything. You can get up close with it, and you can use it for finer woodwork and stuff, or if you want to cut rope or anything like that, you can use it if you just choke up on the blade a little bit. So it's an excellent tool to have. It's also in a defensive situation. It's a very effective weapon, and those who if you have the opportunity to learn how to fight with a Tomahawk or train using one, do it, because it's an eye-opener of how devastating such a weapon like this is. This Trailhawk is also very well balanced for throwing, as I'll demonstrate here in a later video, but I just want to give a little basic rundown on the Trailhawk. It's one that it's not my preferred Tomahawk, but it's one that I keep in my bug out bags and vehicles as a friendly reminder that I have something that will help out and do many tasks. It's a very multitasking blade and tool. So